into a nice seated posture. You can be on your knees like me, you can be on a chair, you can be sitting cross-legged. We're just going to take a few minutes to quieten down, settle down. So time is not of the essence in your yoga practice. As long as you have allocated about an hour to practice with me, let everything else slip away. So closing your eyes, sitting with an erect spine so that there is an energetic uplift in the spine, rising all the way up through the neck, through the crown of the head. So there's this sensation of a lengthening in the spine, whilst at the same time there's a softening and a broadening of the chest. So the belly is soft, chest is open, collarbones are broad, shoulders are soft, and really making lots of space between the ear and the shoulder tops. Good morning to everybody. What a day. Yes, I like the hearts. Makes me know that there's somebody there. I'm not talking to myself. Anyway, just make sure that the lips are slightly parted, so you're not locking your jaw. We all tend to hold tension in the jaw, even in the teeth. We grit and grind the teeth. The tongue can be pressed against the upper palate, lower, or even against the teeth. So soften the tongue. Lips slightly parted. Your seat is robust and strong. You feel as though you're rooting down through the earth. So you feel confident that you are unshiftable, yet the spine is lengthening and rising up. With each inhalation in through the nostrils, it may even feel like there's a slight initiation of a back bend, especially as you lengthen through the thoracic spine. And as you exhale, maybe there's a gentle contraction of the belly as you pull it back towards the spine, and it almost feels as though you are initiating a forward fold. And we will be forward folding today, so this movement is going to be important. So breathing in, broadening the chest, lengthening the spine, almost a tiny sensation of back bend in the mid to upper back. And as you breathe out, a really gentle contraction of the belly, bringing it right back against the lower back. So it supports the lower back, but you feel a little bit of freedom around the hip creases there. A few more breaths like that in your own time, breathing in through the nostrils, lengthening. Filling lower, mid and upper lungs. Breathing out, you can pull the belly back slightly, emptying from lower, mid and upper lobes. And just stay in your nice comfortable seat, quietening down, settling down, coming into a space where you are ready to fully, wholeheartedly embody your practice. So your mind is coming into the practice. It's not busy with what happened yesterday, last night, this morning, or what is going to happen afterwards. Bring the focus on the breath. That can be your anchor into quietness, an anchor into a more peaceful mind. No point in trying to completely stop the mind. The mind will work, the mind will keep thinking, but giving it a nice job focus to just rest upon can be very helpful and can also quieten down the survival brain, the reptilian brain, the amygdala, which is your mammalian, your limbic system, which is full of emotion, full of high volatile emotion. Bring your attention to the breath, which is your conscious choice taken from your prefrontal cortex, your superpower of choice. We always have a choice. Just notice the sensations even in and around the brain yourself as you quieten down. Sensations in the skull, maybe the scalp. And I just want to help you come into what is the present moment. I mean, here in the Northern Hemisphere, we mess with the clocks so that we get more daylight because of our climate and where we are. We have more hours of darkness, so we want to open that up in the spring. But time, that is us doing that. You know, you don't find that obviously in nations that are closer to the equator or in the southern hemisphere. But the thing is, time is always the same. So keeping your eyes closed, the breath steady in and out of the nostrils, just considering and focusing on time, how there are cycles of time, there are measurements of time, seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, years. The sun is there for us in the morning. The moon, depending on where she is in the cycle, is always there, whether she's a new dark moon or waxing towards full moon. That happens in a cycle. Our lives happen in a cycle. But we are always the age we were. All the way through our lives, we still carry all those ages we were. We still carry that imprint, that memory, even those feelings of emotions, even those stresses and traumas. We can carry the shadow of that, the samskara, all the way through our lives. And of course, we like to torture ourselves and go back and go back and go back and repeat and repeat and repeat. And your practice of yoga can help guide you into this present moment. So the present moment is always here. The content changes. Content can change. Whether you're in bed sleeping, you're up sleeping, up living your life, the content of what you're doing can change, but the present moment is always with you. And to contemplate that and focus on that and honor that can be a wonderful practice to stop the suffering of the past, to guide you into where you are now, who you are now. And if you're practicing with me or listening to me, there must be a certain element in you that wants to awaken to the present moment and live in the now. We all want to avoid the suffering that is yet to come. A yoga practice, mindful, not in a rush, allowing yourself to really imbibe the practices, to understand them, to understand what suits you as an individual, as opposed to what suits a whole class of people, is an evolution. Yoga is conscious evolution. And it's not always easy, but then I find that nothing good is ever that easy. But the results, the benefits that manifest are worth the effort. So you could consider everyday experiences, tasks, events in the horizontal kind of time frame, the time frame that's on the surface of our lives. How one moment they are wonderful and successful, and we might get a new car, a new husband, a new wife, a new job, a new puppy, a new this, a new that, and everything's wonderful and we're doing all these wonderful things. But ultimately, we think of sabotage and the down things, And sometimes these things eventually are not satisfying. How many times have we had a new dress, or a new pair of football boots, or a new car, and for the first couple of days it makes us very, very happy. But then ultimately the gloss wears off and it just becomes everyday normal life. So coming into the present moment, we can just live where we are for that moment without attaching to the external, whether the external in that particular moment is good or bad. We can always come inside into our practice and just reside there. Reside in reality, reside in that present moment, and reside in peace. It can be a very beautiful practice to sit in quietness, and it doesn't really have to be something you kind of do, we're always doing. It actually, with a little bit of practice, can be a really good support to helping you just be. Taking a moment to just be. To merge with oneness and to be in unity with everything and everyone around you. There are glimpses of it in life every day. Sometimes when we are maybe doing our most favorite thing, or with our most favorite people, we have that feeling. It's almost like a bolt of electricity, a kind of whirring that you think, wow, I'm alive. You feel your aliveness. You feel your connection. So please draw your hands to your heart. Just blink your eyes open as though you've never been in your room or on your mat or wherever you are before. Taking in the moment, taking in the light, the colors, everything that's around you through a different kind of perspective, like you almost have a new set of eyes. So there might be familiarity there. You might recognize things, but you've noticed them. Maybe you've noticed them for the first time in a long time. Just enjoy that. And we're going to come onto our hands and knees. We're doing quite a gentle practice today. If you have sore knees, you may need to have something underneath them, or you may need a chair to do some of the postures against the chair as opposed to on the floor. And a few people already know how to manage that. Okay, so I'm going to come around onto my hands and knees. I'm going to use my little pad to keep me comfortable. Please support it throughout the practice. We're not going to build up much of a sweat, but we will be moving, and it's really important to keep hydrated during your yoga practice. So come onto your hands and knees, or if you're using a chair, you'll be standing with your hands on the chair. Just placing your knees about hip distance, your hands about shoulder distance, not pressing into the heels of the hands, but further forward into the fingers and into the palms, and just find your space. Maybe you just want to rotate the hips a little, which can be quite nice just to wake up. We're taking things easy, we're moving slowly with the breath. So you may want to rotate the hips one way. You can do this standing if you prefer. And we're going to go the other way. And we're really just going to have a yummy practice. We're just going to feel our way today. We're not rushing. We're not going to really do too much striving. I'm just going to breathe in and tilt my tailbone up and open my collarbones, bring my heart forward. I can look up if I want, I don't have to. I'm going to breathe out and I'm just going to suck it in, drop my head, and really press through the fingers. Press through the fingers, and you're going to open up the little space between your shoulder blades. Breathe in, tailbone comes up. This is Viagra. Breathing the tiger breath. So you're breathing in as you dip the spine, and you're breathing out as you reverse it. And you bring the belly right up and you drop the head. And we'll do it one more time. Breathing in, please lead with the tailbone. Tailbone points up, collarbone spread. You feel a lovely stretch in the belly. It's also giving your diaphragm a really nice stretch. And please come back. Maybe bring the forearms to the floor. Bring the bottom to the heels if you can. If you can't, you can pad under the bottom. Okay, you have to adjust for your own practice. And see if you can really stretch it out. Don't be worried if your head doesn't come down straight away. I mean, you know, in the morning we're a bit stiffer. I'm going to breathe in, draw my nose along the mat until I get as close to my hands as possible. Then I'm pushing up. And then I'm coming out. And back down. So this is my out breath. I'll show you again the movement specs. We're going to pull the hands towards us. Breathe in. Nose comes close to the floor. Close as we can. Gets to the hands. We come up and then we curl back down. And I'm bringing my belly back as I come back down with the out breath. So one more time. Breathe in here. Come forward, pull the hands as though they're coming towards you, so a really nice bit of strength work here, and then back. And just take a break here. You can bring your hands to your feet in Dharmakasana, you can keep them in the front, it's up to you. Head down. Let the head hang, no tension in the neck. Just let the head, just allow the head to be heavy, so that the neck is comfortable. No stress in the neck. Breathe in here, look forward, and come up onto the knees. So if you're standing by your chair, you're just, obviously you're on your feet, okay? You can still do these practices on your feet. Breathing in here, stretch up. Breathing out, I'm going to open to the right side, and I'm just lengthening through my fingertips. Everything is almost like we're in water today. Really slow. Breathing in, up you come. Breathing out, the other side. And see if you can keep your knees and your feet, backs of your feet really firm. Breathing in here. Lengthen a little more. Breathing out, come to the side. Lengthen through the fingers. Shoulders need to be equal. Look back if it doesn't hurt your neck, but you can look to the side if it does, okay? Breathe in, palms up. Lengthen more, breathe out. Come to the left side. This time you're going to breathe in here, and you're going to come down. So you can come down just gently, bringing your hands back. And maybe the hands can come onto the lower back. So I'm placing my right under my left for now. Head down. As I say, you can pad under your bottom if you need to. Breathe in, chin lifts up. I'm coming all the way up. Lengthen, breathing out. All I'm doing is sending the weight back. I swap which hand is on top of the other. Down. Breathing in. It's about a 6 count. Slow mindful movement is wonderful for the nervous system. I have lots of evidence stacking up for it, and I can't really recommend it more at these times. Really brings you into a state of homeostasis. Up you come, really lengthen. Now this time we're going to drop the right hand down, and then we're coming across. So we're having a lateral bend. Keep the knees firm. You can still do this standing on your feet if knees don't allow you to do this. Press the hips forward, hand can come onto the calf, maybe the floor. Breathing in here, up you come, and back down. Suck the belly in as you come back down, head comes down. Maybe feeling a bit more fluid now. Breathing in here. Drop the left hand down, right comes over. So you're really coming across, okay? You're not coming forward. So if you have tight shoulders and there's a tendency to come forward, bring the hand behind the head. That can help you, okay? Stretching, breathe in here, and all the way back down. All the way back down. Breathe in, come back up again. And again, let's try another side bend, right hand down, left. See if you can come a little further, stretching the whole left side. Feel it along the hip. Breathe in here and come back down. All the way down. One more time, up. Drop the left. Right comes right over. I'm starting to reach to the floor now as I open up a little. You can try to. Don't topple over, keep the hips forward. Breathe in and up. And you can just shake out your hands, shake out your shoulders. Try not to hold any tension. If you can, sit down on your heels. Sit down on your heels. If you need padding for that, please do. We're going to do a couple of the Danda Kriya, which is we're coming up and down and we're using the breath, and it will force the breath into certain parts of the lungs, and you'll really feel the breath deep in the lungs once you've had a go at this. It livens the whole system. So we breathe in, we open up. I'm going to let my arms open, let my head come back. It doesn't have to, you can look forward. And then my out breath, I come down. Okay, I breathe in here. I breathe out, my chin comes forward so that I lengthen my spine, and I come all the way down. I breathe in and lift my bottom, come onto the crown of my head. Watch your neck. If you have a sore neck, you may need to put your hands here to help you. Breathing out, I come back to the knees. Breathing in, I'm lifting my chin. I'm lifting. Now if your hands don't reach your feet, don't worry, just put them on the floor. But I'm lifting my chin so that I can lengthen through the spine. We're going to do 3 more rounds of that. So use the breath as I call it if you can. It's about a 6 count. Breathing in, please come up. Open out. Breathing out. You come back. Take a pause. Breathe in here. Breathe out. Chin forward. Chin all the way forward until maybe you get the head on the floor or on the cushion or on the block. Breathing in. I'm lifting my bottom up high over my knees. My head is on the floor. As I say, if you have a weak neck, use your hands here. Yeah, use your hands. Breathing out, I come back. Breathing in, my chin is coming up, and I come to sit. Okay, so I'm doing 2 more. Breathing in. Open up. You can do some of this standing. Obviously, you can't do some of it, but do what you can. And down. Breathing in here. Breathing out to the floor, all out. So you really tightly squeeze, no breath left, okay? Breathing in, up you come, and breathing out, back to the knees. Breathing in, up you come. Let's do 1 more round. Breathing in, open up. Keep your eyes open. You're having lots of oxygenated blood coming to the brain now, so don't, carry on if you feel lightheaded. Just sit down and quieten down. Breathing out. Hands on the thighs, breathe in. Breathe out, forward. Forward with the chin, all the way to the floor. Be small, be empty of air, squeeze. Breathe in here, you come up. Bum above the knees. Breathe out, you come back to the knees, and then you breathe in, and you come up. If you can't sit on your heels, you could come forward for just a little rest for a moment. You can come into Shishasana, the rabbit pose, like this, or you can come a little bit further forward in Balasana.
So your bum is up, your arms are down, your chest is coming to the floor. Maybe your cheek is on the left side for a moment. Just take a few breaths into the upper lungs here. Elbows can be open and bent. You know, open as in to the opposite ends of the mat, yeah? So that you don't have sore shoulders. And change to the other cheek. And breathe in. We're going to stand up. So come into all fours. You're going to tuck your toes, okay? So making sure you have your hands nice and firm. You're going to rotate the upper arms in as though you're holding eggs under the armpits. You're going to look forward. Breathe in here. And breathing out, I'm going to lift my knees and come back. I'm going to keep my knees in a bent position. My fingers are pushing the floor away, not down. My head is coming to look between my feet. My belly's on my thighs. Just want you to stay here for a couple of breaths. We're going to do 3 Bastrika breaths, okay? So that means you breathe in through the nose and you whoosh out through the mouth to get rid of any stale air, any toxins. We'll do 3 of those here. Breathe in. Breathe in. Through the mouth we whoosh. Breathing in. Breathing, come forward. Come onto the knees. And I'm going to say we come onto the belly for a couple of rounds of leg lifting. Come all the way down to your belly. I'm going to come back a little bit so you can see me. I think I'm moving towards the wall. So, please bring your hands to the sides of the body. I'm putting my palms down. Putting my palms down, my head on the floor. My legs are together and they're going to stay there. Okay? We're lifting the upper body first. We're going to work the back. So hands down, pressing down. I'm going to breathe in. Just lift my head, chest, not so far up, just my shoulders, just warming up. And breathing out, back down. Breathing in. And out. Breathing in. And out. And let the feet just fall away from each other. And you can bring your hands and your forehead just for a moment. And we're going to do a couple of leg lifts, okay? So hands can come down alongside the body. If this hurts elbows, some people, find that it hurts their elbows, then put the backs of the hands on the floor, okay? If you feel any pain, don't do it. This gives you a little bit more leverage to put the palms down. So I'm lying on the floor, my forehead's on the floor, your chin could be on the floor, depends on how your neck is. I'm okay with my forehead. So I'm going to breathe in, 2, lift in the right leg, 4, 5, 6, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do another 2 rounds. See if you can keep the hips level, not opening them up too much. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last round. In. Out. Bring the hands under the forehead, let the legs just relax. Notice what's happening on the right side. We will do a counter posture to help the lower back, but just notice the compression on the lower back, and when you let go, how it floods and how it feels really nice. We do the other side. Head down. Left leg lifts. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Try not to open the leg because that will get the leg higher, the hip if you open it, but I don't want that to happen. And breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See if you can keep level and even on the floor. Breathing in and out. In and out. And please rest and relax. Bring your arms, just the forearms, out in front of you, hands placing on the floor, really firm, as though you are pulling the mat towards you. So there's this slight inclination forward with the chest then, okay? So you're pulling your chest forward and your elbows are in line with your wrists and the end of the shoulders more or less. They might be a little forward. I want you to breathe in here. And as you breathe out, look back over your right shoulder to your right foot. Breathe in, come forward. Breathe out to the left. Breathe in, come forward. And to the right. Breathe in, come forward. And to the left. Breathe in, come forward. And come all the way back down onto your mat. Press the hands into the mat under the shoulders or near the shoulders. And you're going to tuck the toes. Press in and come all the way back up to Madhurasana. Mountain pose. So in mountain pose, the hands are pushing the mat away. You're not pushing it down. You can straighten the legs if the hamstrings allow, or walk the legs out. See if you can rotate the upper arms so that they feel as though they are holding something in the armpits, pressing away through the fingers. And you can walk the feet forward or the hands back so that you are in a deep forward fold. So keep the knees bent if you have sore back or if you have sore hamstrings. Don't straighten up, okay? Don't straighten up the legs yet. Let the whole body hang. The belly is on the thighs. You can have your arms just dangling. Now I want you to press through the floor and uncurl. Okay, uncurl. So please take a drink of water or a supplement of tea or whatever you've got. And we're going to do some nice forward folds. So the work is today is slow, it's mindful. It can appear on the surface to be very easy, but if you put the breath work in with it, it can be quite deep and strong. So I'm coming to the middle of the mat and pressing my feet into the floor. And I want to just feel as though the feet are pressing down, because that has an impact on my spine, my hips, my knees. Everything is stacking one on top of the other. Nice long neck. My crown is reaching upwards. We're just going to come up and down with the arms for 3 rounds. We're going to breathe in with the breath coming in for 6. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In, out. And just stand. You can close your eyes just to notice. This is Samastitihi, the observation pose. If you feel like you need to shake out your legs, shake out your legs. We're going to come up onto the balls of the feet and toes to balance now. Again, today is about the nervous system and giving you a good start to the day, okay? it's not going to be a total workout. So, feet pressing down, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the heels lift as you breathe in, breathing out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you descend on the out breath, breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. So don't let the hands come down before the heels of the feet. So all you're concentrating is on your breath, breathing out. This time we come in, breathing in and up. We stay here as we breathe out. We breathe in and we reach higher. We breathe out and we bring the belly back. One more time in. One more time out. Pull the belly, pull it back. Maintain your balance, lengthen. Breathe in here. And then slowly, using the strength in your feet, your balance, your breath. Breathing out and coming back down. Just close your eyes, open your arms out. Just notice how you feel. We're going to practice some forward folds and then we'll be doing them with the breath as we've been doing here now. I'm going to come to this side. Keep the knees bent if you feel you need to, okay? Because you've got sore back or whatever you've got. Can be a bit much to lengthen the hamstrings first thing in the morning, so take it easy with them. Okay, so I'm always pressing my feet into the floor so that gives me a rebound from the earth. I really feel that I'm lengthening and I feel secure. So I'm breathing in here. I'm going to really soften my knees for the first few, okay? So I'm breathing out. I'm lengthening with my arms and spine. I let my belly come onto the knees. And then I'm dropping down. Okay, so I'm not coming straight legs, okay? I'm dropping down. I'm going to breathe in here, press the floor away, lengthen my whole spine, and come up as I press the floor away. And I open out. So I am lengthening as I'm folding. I'm not just folding down. I'm lengthening forward. So again, let's do 2 more. Breathing in here. Lengthen. Breathing out. Still lengthening forward with the upper body. It's only the knees that are softening. So my belly comes onto my thighs. Then I come down. Drop the head. Knees are still bent. Breathing in here, lengthen, push the floor away, and come up. So you will build some heat with forward folds, okay? Because we're coming up with the breath, we're pressing the feet into the floor, we're extending the spine. There's a lot to think of, but it's keeping your mind really slow, okay? And it's concentrating on the breath. Okay, no racing around with it. This time I'm going to come forward but not all the way down. So let's try together. We're going to breathe in here. I'm going to bend my knees. And I'm going to lengthen forward, almost like I'm going to dive, you know, when you come onto the top board, which I never did, but it must look a bit like this. But I'm just going back, knees are bent. This is quite strong. Now I'm going to breathe out. Now I'm breathing in to come up, and then I'm opening out. So there's a little bit of work for the legs there, okay? Breathing in, breathing out, soften the knees but lengthen forward. So you're taking a breath in and out here, and out, pull the belly back, then lengthen, breathe in, and up you come. And out the arms go. We're going to do one more like that. We're doing everything in 3s or 6s. Breathing in. Lengthen. Breathing out. Soften your knees and lengthen forward like somebody's pulling you across the room. Take an in and out breath here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Belly comes back. So you can really lengthen more. Now breathe in here. Push through and come back. Shake out your arms, shake out your legs. Take a sip if you like to. Notice the energy in your body, notice things might be warming up. Maybe there's a bit more fluid in the joints, maybe there's a bit more flow in the movements. This time we're coming with straight legs if we can, up and down. We're going to do a count of 3, okay? 3 rounds rather, count of 6 with the breath, yeah. Tell I haven't slept last night. Here we go. So, see if you can keep the legs straight or micro bend. Okay, breathing in here, breathing out, forward and down. Take a pause, you're not breathing, just pause. Breathe in, lengthen, and come up. Okay, breathing in. See if you can make yourself even longer, lifting the ribs away from the pelvis. Breathing out, forward, like somebody's pulling you away, and then down. Good. Breathing in, come up. Try not to swing up, try and use the legs, try and use the strength, and down. One more time, just in that way. Breathing in. Lengthen, so you should be taller by now. Breathing out, belly can come back as you come forward. So really lengthen forward, let the crown come forward. Forward, 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 and down. Belly's back on your exhale. And breathe in, lengthen forward, and come up. Good, shake everything out. Good, good. Hope you're all okay. I'm coming into Trikonasana, the triangle pose. So I'm going to start with my right foot forward and my left foot behind. Okay, so my left foot is slightly angled in. My stance is not that spread open, okay? It needs to be a strong base. You need to feel steady. So my right foot is pointing towards the short end of my mat and my left foot is angled in slightly. I really need to press these feet into the floor, okay? They need to feel really strong and robust because this is a strong posture, even though it looks really simple. We're going to do a couple of them with the breath cycle of 6, 3, okay? So I'm opening out with my arms. So I'm not hunching. They're not one up here, one down there. I'm seeing if I can be long from the shoulders, pointing through my fingers. I breathe in here, and as I breathe out, I am really leaning forward with my right arm, and I bring my right arm against my shin. Now, those of you who have shoulder problems and get into this kind of thing going on in Trikonasana, it's best to keep your elbow pointing up and your hands on your hip and opening the chest. So you want to keep a really open chest. If you are fine, you can open your arms. Now we're going to look down for a moment. Press the hand into the shin. Press the left arm thus up in the air away. Look here, keep breathing. Press the feet into the floor. Don't just lock out the knees, use the feet. I'm going to breathe in and I'm going to look up. Now this might be too much for someone's neck, so you can just look forward. I'm going to breathe out. And I'm going to look down. Keep your feet strong. You're not moving, but you're working hard here. Breathing in. I'm looking up. Breathing out. I'm looking down. So I'm working on the neck as well, but don't strain the neck. This time I breathe in and I look up. And then as I breathe out, I'm going to bring the arm across. And I can look at it if I feel safe, or I can look down, stretch it, keep bringing the belly back, stretch, and breathing in here, you come all the way up. So that's quite strong, okay? Especially if you're not used to Trikonasana, and we can do lots of different variations with it, but beautiful posture. Very important that the feet are really grounded into the floor. And if you have a sore neck, you don't have to do the up and down. Choose to stay down with the head or choose to stay up with it. So left foot forward. My back right foot is turned slightly in. And I'm really pressing into the edges of my feet and the big toe, okay? I really need to press into the big toe. I don't lock out my knees. The leg is straight, but I'm not hyperextending my knee. So my knee is not relaxed, it's doing a bit of work, but it's able to be fluid, it's not being locked out, okay? So it's my feet that are really helping my base here, okay? Not the joint of the knee. Breathing in, open out, lengthen, like a glider. So feel strong in this first, okay? Breathe in here, and then you're going to lean towards the left. It's like someone's pulling your arm that way, and they pull it, and they pull it, and they pull it, and you decide, where's my right hand going? Is it going on my hip? Because I have shoulders that are tight and I can't get my arm up. So open the chest first. Check that out, that the chest is as open, almost facing the ceiling. And then if you feel okay, you can lift up your right arm. Now look down initially, so you just get into your stride, feeling your strength, your legs, your feet, breathing in, breathing out, pull the tummy back so you feel the connection with the spine, you feel really strong. Now we're going to breathe in and look up, keep the feet steady. Breathe out, look down, keep steady, keep the feet working. Breathe in and look up. And this time we're going to come across. This is your out breath. Keep the hips open here. They're not closed off. You can look down, you can look at the arm. Keep breathing, this is stronger. Keep breathing. And breathe in here. And come all the way up. Okay, so gentle doesn't always mean easy, okay? It means that we're taking a gentle approach, not an aggressive approach. We're not looking at our practice as a workout, we're looking at the practice as a shifting of energy, a changing of our state of being, a changing of our state of mind, and also getting into the rhythm with the breath, which is really important. I'm going to have a drink. Join me if you like. And we're going to do one more standing posture before we come to the floor. We're going to do pyramid posture, okay, Ardha. So bring the left foot back, right foot forward. This time your hips are open, so not open, this is open, they are facing forward, so hip points are facing forward, okay? And again, the connection with the feet, the back foot, the front foot, not thinking of locking things out in the knee. And again, the stance is about the same for Trikonasana, okay? So hips are forward. A good way of finding out is fold your arms, and you should feel, if you hold your elbows, you can feel that your hips are facing in the right way. So I'm going to breathe in here, lengthen. I'm going to breathe out. My legs are staying straight, and I'm coming, what I would say is about a third of the way down. I'm not coming all the way down, because I want to come here, then I want to lengthen again, because there's always a little bit more to lengthen, especially if you've got a tight thoracic spine, which I certainly do. And then we come down as far as you can. Maybe we come to the shin, maybe we come to the floor. We're going to breathe in and look forward. We're going to breathe out Pull that tummy back as you get closer to the shin. We'll just do that twice more. Breathing in here. Look forward. Breathing out. See if you can keep the connection with the feet. Try not to let it go into the back of the knee. One more time. Breathe in. Soften the knees if you have to because of hamstring, okay? Then we're going to see if we can come up, but I want you to think of the feet first. So think of the feet first, pressing away. Breathe in and come up. Nice long back. We'll just do the other side and we'll come to the floor. Shake out the legs, shake out the legs. Okay, so we start, with the basics, we build up, but we always go back to the basics. And obviously, depending on how we approach them, we can have different benefits. So as I say, today I'm about nervous system and calming it down. So left foot in front, right foot behind this time. And see if you can, when you're standing, sometimes people lose their balance, they want their feet a bit further apart, they don't want it on a train track. That's fine. Do what suits you, because you're the one who has to feel steady. I'm not in the room with you. So again, nice feet pressing into the floor. Hips are forward. Breathing in. Rise up with the arms. Really lengthen. We've had lots of lengthening now, so it should feel a bit more spacious. Press the feet. Breathe out and come forward. And you're looking forward, okay? You're not really looking down. You look forward. And it's about not even a third, fifth of the way down. And then I'm going to breathe in and see if I can stretch a bit more and lengthen, which I think I did. And breathing out, keep lengthening, don't just come down, all the way to the floor. Head can come towards the shin, hips are nice and even. Breathe in here, look forward, breathe out, pull your tummy back, get the head closer, breathe in, lengthen, breathe out, pull that tummy back, and we'll do it one last time. Breathing in, lengthen, so you're just lengthening the spine. You can look forward, crown come forward, try not to torque the neck back too much, try not to bend it too much, lengthen it, breathe out, belly comes back. Then you can release your hands if that's suitable for you and reignite the pressing of the feet in the floor. Reignite that. This is your base. Breathing in. Come all the way up. And open out. And shake it out. Okay. So we're coming to the floor. We're just going to do a couple of twists and bridge pose. So you can come to the floor by squatting or coming down in Merasana, however you like. So I'm going to come onto my back. And we're going to do bridge pose first, set to Bandhasana. So lying down, hopefully you can still see me because I haven't got my specs on now. So make sure that your lower back is into the floor, because we haven't laid on the back yet in this practice, so I think it would be nice to bring our knees in. So we just rock and get the lower back into a nice position on the floor so we can feel confident that it's feeling good. And then put our feet on the floor and make sure that there is a little bit of a tilt of the hips, pelvic tilt, so that the lower back feels secure on the floor. Okay? It's fine to do that. Bring your feet as close as you can to your bottom without it hurting the knees. If you have sore knees, they may need to be further apart, further down the mat. Hands on the heels, just to make sure. And I'm just bringing my hands either side of my body. And I'm thinking of pressing the feet down. If you press the feet down, you get an instant lift. It's like when we're standing up, okay? So we're going to press the feet down. We're going to breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as we lift the pelvis. We're not going for gold here, okay? We're just lifting it as far as we feel we want to today. and breathing out, we come down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to do another 2 like this. Very simple bridge pose. Breathing in, press the feet, keep the knees equal until you more or less up on your shoulders. Breathing out, you uncurl your vertebrae, just one at a time until you're down. This one we're going to breathe in and lift the hands at the same time. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just allow the back to settle down. Bring the knees in, really squeeze them into the chest. Bring your arms out in the T shape. And we're going to breathe in here. And as we breathe out, we're drawing the knees across towards the floor. And it's a big stretch, so just be careful. Don't let the knees and the legs collapse, okay? Just make sure you get there safely. And you're still looking at the ceiling, whatever. Keep the left shoulder down as much as you can. Just enjoy the twist. Now breathe in here. And as you breathe out, maybe the knees can really become over each other. You can draw the left knee over the right, keeping the left shoulder down. Breathing in, breathe out, pull the tummy back. And breathe in here, come up the knees. I need to move a little bit off my mat, I think, as I've got much room. Breathe in here, and then we're going to drop to the left. So really slowly, really nicely, deliciously. I wanted this to be an energetic practice in that it was moving the subtle energies of the body, but also I want it to be nice and delicious for you, so you feel set up for the day. Breathe in here, breathe out, bring the belly back. You can bring your left hand onto your right knee if you like to give it a bit of a deeper twist. Breathing in and breathing out, pulling it back. Breathe in to bring the knees back up, because knees and legs are heavy, you know. You need to be careful with the backs, and just a little side to side rocking just to enjoy that lovely feeling. And please come into your relaxation posture, whether that's Shavasana or whether you like to sit up in a meditation posture. If you're in Shavasana, let the feet roll slightly out. The heels can be together for Shavasana, unless it gives you pain in the hips or knees. And then the arms are rolling away and the palms are facing up. Nice long neck. If you like your feet up the wall, or if you like them on a chair or a bolster, that's fine too. Just close your eyes and notice the different energy in your system, your whole system. Incorporating the mind, the breath, and the body. Just allow what is there to be there. That is, you recognize it, you register it, you allow it. And you just feel that you can nourish yourself in your Shavasana. The eyes feel really sheer, let the bones feel heavy, let the flesh spread. Let the floor take the whole weight of your system.
actually did a very simple Hatha Yoga, but we built up on it from beginning to end. We added the layers. And now it's time to let go. As we are stepping into spring and are going to enjoy more light, I'm just going to read you a poem about light. So you can remain in your relaxation, remaining with the focus on the breath, or the sensations in the body, the aliveness in the body. And just allow your ears to hear the poem. Light cannot see inside things. That is what the dark is for. Minding the interior, nurturing the draw of growth. Through places where death in its own way turns into life. In the glare of neon times, let our eyes not be warmed by surfaces that shine with hunger made attractive. That our thoughts may be true light, finding their way into words which have the weight of shadow to hold the layers of truth. That we never place our trust in minds claimed by empty light, where one-sided certainties are driven by false desire. When we look into the heart, may our eyes have the kindness and reverence of candlelight. As we grow old, that twilight would illuminate treasure in the fields of memory. And when we come to search for the divine, let us first be robed in night, put on the mind of morning to feel the rush of light spread slowly inside the colour and stillness of our found world. So continue to relax in silence for 3 minutes. Continue to let go. Let the mind focus on the breath. Let go of everything else for another minute. Wherever you are in your breath cycle, please inhale a deeper, more enlivening breath. And exhale any residual lethargy, dullness, heaviness, burden, fatigue. Let it all go on the exhalation. head, stretch the feet away. Maybe rotate the feet, rotate the wrists or fingers, toes. Come to lie on your side for a moment. Keeping the energy quiet and soft and gentle. And the eyes closed for a further moment, please come to sit. Either cross-legged, on your knees, however you feel comfortable, in your nice, comfortable position, with your eyes closed. Draw your hands in front of your heart. Bow your head to your fingers, just in reverence of the practice and in honor of each other, and practicing together on Sunday morning, which is, I suppose for us, it's like the first day of spring, even though the equinox has been. Enjoy your day, wherever you go, whatever you do. Goodbye. Goodbye.